everyone, and welcome to the Motherload, where we talk real mom truths. And I'm here today with a wonderful guest, two wonderful guests. And I'm Kayla, and I am a support person for women in Regina and across the province. I am a registered social worker with training in expressive arts therapy, and I have a private practice for one-on-one counseling, and I offer support groups and all kinds of other things for moms. Yes, I do. So, how about you introduce yourself?
I'm Melissa, and this is Molly, and Molly is 7.5 months old. I am a first-time mom with Molly, but I also have a 13-year-old stepson at home who's been in my life for about 4 years. So Molly is actually new to both me and my fiance. That experience of pregnancy as my stepson was adopted. And so, it's been a great journey so far with everyone together.
Awesome. Can you speak a little bit about that transition, like the pregnancy, birthing this baby, parenting in this way?
Yes. So Molly's pregnancy was a surprise, a wonderful surprise. We had decided probably to not have kids of our own because we had DJ, and we were very happy and fulfilled. So when we found out we were pregnant, it was a bit of a shock, but also we were so happy that Mother Nature decided for us, and this was actually going to happen for us. So when I found out I was pregnant, I didn't believe it. I've been on birth control. I was on birth control when I got pregnant with her for over 20 years, right? And so when I took the test, I'd taken tests before as insurance policies. Okay, make sure I'm not pregnant so I can go and do whatever. And we were actually gearing up for a trip to Las Vegas. And I was a day late. And I thought, okay, I'll just take it now. I know I'll be fine for the trip. I've taken them before. It's going to be negative, but I'll just do it to ease my mind. And then it came back positive, and I was very confused and shocked. And the whirlwind that just started was incredible. And I went to buy another test, and that one was positive too, and it took me 5 days to tell my fiance. I told him the night before we left for Las Vegas, and he was shocked, but I didn't know how he would react. I was scared he would be upset about it. I don't know, there was those doubts, right? But he's like, well, it's scary, but it's good, right? So it's like an adventure we're gonna go on, but it's going to be a good adventure. So, but still, leading up to the first ultrasound, I don't think I believed it until the first ultrasound. And I actually saw what was going on, and we saw the little heartbeat, and that was at 8 weeks. And I was like, okay, this is real, this is happening. And I bought myself a pregnancy journal because I wanted to document how I was feeling, and I knew this was going to be such a good adventure. And I didn't want to forget. I'm already worried about forgetting, so I try to write stuff down. And because I know how blessed I am. Yeah.
So now that she's here, going from the possibility of not expecting to have children of your own, to have her here.
Yeah.
How is it for you going from like that life of independence and it's just the two of you with DJ who's older now?
Yeah, and independent in his own right.
Right.
Yeah.
And now you have this beautiful tiny person who's keeping you up at night and doing all the things. Like, can you speak to that journey as well?
Yeah, it's Brent and I had a pretty good thing going, right? We got to just relax all the time, and we had coffee in bed every Saturday, Sunday morning, and just watched our home rental shows, and cooked really great meals and had wine every night at supper, and just, you know, it was almost like we were just a childless couple almost, you know. But then we had DJ, and there were soccer games some nights, and other nights he's at his mom's, and, you know, so we had so much time to ourselves. And then, yeah, now all of a sudden it's this one comes first, and we have to plan for this one, and how does she fit in? And but I honestly, it's been really, I feel like it's been a smooth transition for us. We're an older couple. I'm 38, he's 44, and I think we're just relaxed about it. We're not panicking about anything, and we're just more go with the flow. If she's crying, she's crying. It's not gonna last. You know, and oh, we can't go for supper with you guys because we don't have a babysitter, and that's fine too. Or why don't you come over here? Or, you know, so, or she's in bed with us Saturday mornings having coffee, and, you know, she's kind of become part of what we did and what we were beforehand, and now she's just added to our lives. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing, because that's not, as I'm sure you've witnessed other women transitioning to motherhood, and you've journeyed alongside some of them even through this.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what everyone goes through.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And so there can be lots of there can be resistance to that new routine, and
Yes.
and there can be high feelings around some of those things. And
Yes, well, and I've seen that with, you know, friends and family members. Even my sister-in-law, who's much younger, in her early 20s, she had her first year and a half ago, and like she doesn't have the support systems that I do. She doesn't have the friends and the family that I do, or the setup, I guess you could say, right? So I don't know how it was for her in those first few months being at home alone. You know, maybe my mom would go and help or visit or whatever, but I know for me, I felt like I had what I needed. But I can see already now with my new mom filter how it might have been for other moms, like even my sister, and when she had her second, and then trying to have a toddler and a little baby at home. I remember going to visit her one day, and she was just really tearful, and she's like, "I'm sorry, it's just the hormones." But now reflecting, I'm just like, it's crazy the amount you feel, like the emotions that you go through. And yeah, it is super overwhelming, and I've had those days. I mean, obviously I still have those moments, almost every day, just crying and being, you know, just emotional about it, I guess. We like standing.
And what would you say would be kind of your top 3 ways that you cope, or things that you would want other new moms to know?
Just with the whole transition of it all, I try and talk myself out of negative feelings. So if I'm feeling like, oh, I should really get out today, or take her out, or I should try to do my hair, or have a shower, or, you know, I should really eat breakfast today, or I should try a new activity with her instead of just plopping her on the floor and giving her toys every single day. What else could I do? So it's sort of like the mom guilt of, you know, why can't I do this? I should be doing that. I really just try and tell myself, no, it's okay. You can have those days. You can have those moments. And she doesn't care.
Right.
She doesn't mind. So why do I mind so much, right? And I just try and forgive myself and tell myself that it's okay. And it's fine to have those thoughts, but to not stay there too long.
Right.
Yeah. So that's one thing I do. I forgive myself a lot. And also I can be a person who doesn't ask for help. I can do it by myself. I am a grown woman. I don't need support or help. I can do it. I know what to do. but I've also challenged myself to branch out and reach out and find other moms and other things. Like I started going to this coffee circle at my church on Mondays just to get out of the house and socialize with other moms. And I don't need new friends, but it's good to connect with other people, right? And then it's and so that's been good. It's not every Monday. I don't get mad at myself if I miss things,
Right.
but it's good to do different things like that. And I also challenged myself to a walking challenge. And so I actually found an app that helped me to get moving again once the spring came and get out of the house and walk my dog and, just to get out of the house a little bit for some fresh air every day. And that's really helped too, because being in nature, I love. And, I used to go on hikes with my dog outside the city, and now it's, not so much of a ready, available option.
Yes.
I also noticed that I wasn't asking my fiance for help. I wasn't telling him what I needed from him, and I wasn't asking him to participate in our routine.
Okay.
So me and Molly have a routine, and it's autopilot, and I know what I need to do, and I know what she needs, and I realized this after a little while, and I was like, okay, I need to pull Brent in. I need to pull him in, and I need to tell him what I need, or tell him what Molly needs, or ask him, because he just doesn't know how to jump in, or you know what I mean? So I had to, again, challenge myself to tell him what to do, or tell him how to participate, or so, and not force him, but just, you and Molly can have your own routine and your own thing, and, your own connection, and it doesn't have to just be me and her because of the breastfeeding thing, right? It can be you guys too, and it can be the three of us, and it can be the four of us when DJ's with us. So that was another kind of challenge or way to cope with trying to bring us all together, I guess. Yeah. Hi.
That's amazing that you recognize that and were able to integrate that communication and that system.
Yeah.
Because I think there are a lot of stories I think that we can tell ourselves around the breastfeeding and the nursing, and that only we can do it, or only we can do certain things.
Mm-hmm.
And you spoke to the larger things around that as well, not just the nursing. But
Yeah.
I am a grown woman, I can do this,
Yes.
or I can take care of this. And,
Yeah.
and even though that may have been a logistic choice, around including him in some of those things,
Yes.
sometimes it's a vulnerability thing as well.
Yeah.
Where actually, you can take care of this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I noticed too that he was scared too sometimes. He's like, am I comforting her the way that you do it?
Right.
Am I, bathing her the right way?
Right.
Is this the right sleeper to put on her after her bath? So it's, I was trying to help him build his confidence in it too. He was just being cautious, and that I think surprised me that he was so overly cautious with her, but I think he could see that we had a thing, me and Molly, and he was trying to build that with her too. And it's just adding to our lives, it's not flipping it upside down.
Right.
She's just adding to it.
Yeah. That's a great perspective to have. That it's not this big thing. It doesn't have to be this big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is huge.
Of course.
She is huge, and she's amazing, and she's going to be a part of our lives forever now, and we're never going to be the same people we were, right? I have this mom perspective now, and I am a mom where before I was not a mom, and I that will never go away now. That will never change. And, and that's just added to who I am as a person, right? Beforehand I was a sister and a daughter and a fiance and a stepmom and a nurse and a friend and now I'm also a mom. And it's just, she's just added a lot, added so much.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And do you think that there was a process within that happened? Like, did you consciously kind of like walk yourself through that ability to just adjust? And I'm not discounting that the adjustment wasn't difficult or hard and the sleeplessness and all those things, but just that, like, do you think there was a conscious effort on your part to just kind of be embracing to it?
Yeah, I think definitely there were moments where I've had to just say, oh, this is what it's like now, or this is what it is now. Okay, I get that. Or I'm trying to think of an example, but it's just for the most part, it feels natural, and just again go with the flow and be every day and do every day. But there have been some moments where it's like, oh, I get it now.
Right.
Oh, this is what it's like, because of that new filter that I have, this new mom filter. I see things differently, or things are in a different perspective or a different light, or I have a different opinion or a different feeling about it, but definitely there's those moments where it's like, oh, I get it. I didn't get it before as an auntie.
Right.
I didn't get it before as a friend. A friend of a friend who has a baby.
Right.
I didn't get it. Now I get it. So I've definitely had those realization moments, which are really cool actually, because it's it's not the best jewelry for your mouth. I don't want you to wreck it. But yeah, definitely it's been nice being reflective in those moments. Yeah. Lots of talking those days.
Yes. And so you kind of walked yourself into that place.
Mm-hmm.
If you had one piece of kind of advice or an offering of a hand, so to speak, to maybe moms who aren't in this like kind of embracing space, what would you say to them?
I mean, definitely we've had our moments.
Yes.
I've had my stress moments. I've had my I don't know what I'm doing moments, or like I'm losing out moments, or I've been lucky. I don't know if I've had more or less than other moms, but definitely I think just literally sitting yourself down and just taking a second to be mindful of the situation.
Right.
Like, okay, she's crying her face off, and I don't know what's wrong. I've tried to feed her, I've tried to change her bum, I've tried to change the activity, I have no idea, and I'm getting really frustrated, and that's okay.
Right.
It's okay to be frustrated, and just try again in a minute. And so I guess it's just, that's normal. I've told myself that's normal. I don't have all the answers. Is there a right way to do it all? No, there's your way that you do it that is right for you and your baby. And it's gonna be, you're gonna feel wrong. You're gonna feel wrong sometimes. And I just say to myself, well, now I know for next time.
Right.
And it's learning. We're just learning together, and I've never done this before. Each day is a new day. I tell myself that. You want your say, hey Molly? You want your say?
I love that. Each day is just a new day.
It's never happened before.
Yeah.